Anna and her family are on a road trip, and her husband seems very preoccupied, almost deeply lost in his own thoughts. Noticing her later, she asked him what was wrong. They were very engrossed in conversation that they didn't notice the car in front. When Anna awoke again, she only found herself alive. Her husband and child had perished in the car accident, leaving her heartbroken and haunted by hallucinations of her daughter nearby. She frantically ran out of the hospital trying to find him, but found absolutely nothing there at all. Lost in deep grief, the lights around her began to slowly flicker and die. Seeing this, Anna was terrified and ran desperately away. Reaching the end, she returned to reality. After her friend told her the truth, she couldn't accept it and cried uncontrollably. Little did she know, even more heartache awaited her. A year passed, and she remained deeply stuck in her grief. To help her truly heal and move on with her life, 5 close friends planned a thrilling jungle adventure. Having arrived near their destination with 6 people in a car, they grabbed their gear and headed towards the exploration site. On the way, they passed a stream and discovered a dead deer covered in crows. As they approached, the wounds clearly suggested not a hunter's work, but the bite of some truly terrible beast. However, this was not their final destination. Seeing that the audience still had over 60% battery on their phones, Captain Lisa decided to leave quickly to save time. Little did they know, the dead deer foreshadowed great danger ahead. Soon after, guided by their map, the group arrived at the expedition site. With their extensive experience and teamwork, they prepared, secured their safety ropes, and descended into the cave. Initially, they were all thrilled to enter, but Anna also noticed a bloody handprint on the wall, stirring a subtle unease within her. As she curiously approached a darkened area, a swarm of bats suddenly flew out. Witnessing this, instead of fear, their adventuring instincts kicked in, swiftly locating the entrance. It was narrow, passable for one person. Luckily, their slim builds made it easy. However, after the first 5 passed easily, Anna, who was last, got stuck. No matter how hard she tried, she couldn't break free, and worse, a claustrophobic attack happened. Sensing something amiss, the sister ahead turned back, offering constant comfort. After a struggle, they squeezed through, only for the stone walls to crumble and collapse. Fortunately, they escaped in time, passing safely through the tunnel. But with the entrance blocked, retreat was impossible. To get out of here before dark, they had to venture deeper into the cave in search of another exit. When they asked Lisa for the map, she explained she'd accidentally left the map in the car. Seeing that she had no communication devices on her person, and because she hadn't told anyone she was coming, they blamed Lisa for everything, and a heated argument erupted. After calming down, they noticed carvings on the stone wall. They lit a flare to see them clearly, revealing a depiction linking 2 mountain ranges, suggesting 2 possible exits. Having decided on a direction, they left, unaware that their heated argument had roused a truly terrible monster, lurking very closely nearby, virtually sealing their certain doom. Soon they arrived at 2 cave entrances. After quickly checking airflow with a lighter, a teammate crawled inside. To express himself, he thought it was cool to act this way, unaware of the deadly punishment ahead. After entering, someone behind Gauss mistook a light for sunlight and excitedly ran toward it, ignoring Lisa's warnings. Soon, everyone stepped into the darkness and lost their footing. Lisa rushed to grab Tom, but the slippery ground made it hard to hold on for long. Awakened by the shouts, the girl came to, only to realize her leg was broken. The intense pain made her cry out in agony. After securing the ropes, everyone hurried down one after another, scrambling to treat her wound. As Anna was organizing the equipment, she heard laughter from deep within the darkness. This eerie sound made her heart tighten. Curious, she cautiously walked in that direction and shone her flashlight inside. However, due to the distance and darkness, she couldn't make out what it was. After realizing Anna had noticed them, they quickly fled, leaving her feeling very uneasy. Back at the original spot, she told everyone what had happened, saying, "I just saw someone in the darkness over there." However, because she had previously lost her family in a car accident, everyone dismissed it as a hallucination. Besides, who else but them, with nothing to lose, would come to such a godforsaken place? Anna stood there helplessly, at a loss for words. For safety, she had no choice but to follow the group, unaware they were about to face a deadly punishment. Soon they arrived at an open area, hit by the stench of rotting corpses. To figure out what was going on, they took out their cameras and started filming. They quietly scanned the area and found it resembled a slaughterhouse, with piles of bones everywhere. Lisa once again took out the turkey to test the situation, but the surroundings fell into a deathly silence without the slightest sign of movement. Witnessing this, everyone was gripped by fear. Some said their last words while others screamed, attracting an unknown creature. They fired a flare to try to see what those creatures were, but the creatures moved so fast that they were impossible to make out with the naked eye. Under the illumination of the firelight, Lisa spotted an opening on the opposite side. Seeing this, everyone frantically rushed toward it, but on the way, they were attacked by those creatures. This scene, as the crowd scattered, the injured teammate was killed by the monster's bite. Lisa, witnessing this, grabbed her flashlight and rushed forward, finding the victim's iris had turned green. Overwhelmed, she realized the monster was lunging at her. Lisa was quick and dodged the attack, but the monster continued to roar relentlessly. Hearing its call, other creatures arrived and lunged at Lisa again. As they grappled, her teammate was dragged away. After Lisa furiously stabbed the monster to death, she rose to her feet and quickly glanced around, taking a deep breath, and then heard a sound behind her. Instinctively, she mistook Laura for a monster. As Laura fell hard, she snatched Lisa's necklace. Seeing this, she panicked greatly. Hearing the monster's roar nearby, she abandoned Laura and fled, a decision that would cost her dearly. Lost and disoriented, Anna raised her camera only to witness a monster hurl her teammate's corpse. She recoiled in horror, retreating into the shadows. Through the lens, she saw the creature devouring the body, forcing her eyes shut, desperately suppressing her terror. Overcome with disgust, she hiccuped quite loudly. Hearing that sound, the monster turned towards her. Anna realized they were like bats, blind and scentless, navigating solely by sound. Seeing the monster lingered, she thought she was done for, but then Lisa called out from nearby. The monster rushed towards the sound, giving Anna a chance to quickly make a torch. Lighting it quickly, she then searched for an exit, only to find Laura being dragged into the scene by the creatures. As she checked on the injured person, Laura warned her not to go near Lisa, saying that Lisa was the one who made her like this, and then abandoned her. At first, Anna didn't believe her, until Laura showed her the necklace Lisa often wore. What surprised her even more was that the necklace was indeed engraved with her husband's name. It turned out that the accident happened because he rushed to reconcile with Lisa after their quarrel. Quickly, the monster's roar snapped her back to reality. Laura pleaded, "Don't slow you down, just kill me now." To survive, Anna killed her, and resentment towards Lisa began to fester. During her escape, she stumbled into a puddle. After emerging, she saw no monsters around. Just as she was cautiously about to leave, a very large monster suddenly surfaced behind her. In the struggle, Anna felled a thorn and plunged a knife deep into the monster, killing it instantly. She started to leave the place, but then heard another roar nearby. After the monster fled, Anna retaliated, swiftly killing her opponent. Fueled by bloodlust, she roared loudly. The other three teammates, mistaking her for the monster, fled in terror. Reaching a cliff edge, one teammate recklessly and quickly scaled it, only to immediately face a truly terrifying monster right before his very eyes. Trapped and desperate, he drew his knife, choosing mutual destruction right then. While the two were still grieving, another teammate was suddenly dragged away and devoured by the monster. In a desperate bid for survival, Lisa noticed deep water below and jumped without hesitation. After surfacing, finding no exit, she had no choice but to climb further up. Exhausted and on the verge of falling, she was saved by Anna's timely arrival, who pulled her up very quickly. Lisa's dishonesty regarding Laura deeply angered Anna, but she suppressed her feelings and quietly left the scene. As they reached an open area, they were confronted by terrifying monsters. Spotting their prey, the monsters engaged in battle, charging towards them relentlessly. Anna and Lisa fought back, and with their coordinated attacks, the monsters were defeated quickly. Then Anna picked up a hook from the ground, gazing silently. Shah then revealed the necklace Lisa always wore around her neck. Seeing this, Lisa was speechless. Suddenly, a monster's roar echoed nearby, interrupting her. Hearing the monster's roars closing in, Lisa drew her hook and waited silently, hoping to kill one herself. Unexpectedly, their numbers were truly overwhelming, and they brutally devoured her body at the very end. Anna, while escaping, tumbled into a tunnel, enduring violent impacts that knocked her completely unconscious. Upon waking, she noticed sunlight in the distance and crawled eagerly towards the opening there. After a Herculean effort, he finally escaped the deadly cave. He sprinted downhill, terrified of being chased by monsters. Reaching his car, he finally breathed a sigh of relief. Taking a few seconds to compose himself, he hastily drove out of the forest. As he got further and further away, he stopped his car, burying his head in the steering wheel, sobbing deeply, releasing the terror and grief of losing his teammates, only to be interrupted very abruptly by a truck approaching from behind. It turns out that what Anna just experienced was merely a hallucination. Upon waking up, she found herself still deep within the cave when her daughter appeared with a cake. Seeing this, Anna smiled at her daughter. Okay, that wraps up the high-octane plot. Next, let's discuss the film's hidden details, cinematic language, and the ending's true meaning. Before they actually entered the cave, the image prominently featured many bats and crows. In folklore, bats are a mixed omen, but the film strips away almost all positive associations, focusing intently on their dark and deadly symbolism. In medieval Western folklore, bats, as messengers of witches, often dwell in graveyards and caves, linking Earth directly to hell, signifying death and curses. In Eastern folklore, crows are strongly associated with death, misfortune, and scavenging. They are considered harbingers of death, due to their fondness for carrion and keen sense of detecting morbid atmosphere, often appearing at funerals, cemeteries, and crime scenes. This has led to the belief that they foretell misfortune. With a superstition, if a crow caws, misfortune will follow. In Western mythology and folklore, crows are also associated with war and slaughter. It's a symbol of violent death, unredeemed sin, and a mark on those burdened with guilt. At the film's end, after Anna hallucinates escaping the cave, she sees a blood-soaked Lisa suddenly appear in another hallucination. This represents karmic retribution of betrayal and slaughter. After feeding pain to monsters, Anna hallucinates, seeing Lisa as guilt, reminding her she cannot escape her sins. The false sense of security from escaping shattered, jolting her awake in the cave, only to see the girl with the cake again, completing Anna's physical and mental imprisonment. Her fractured bond with Lisa reflects not just personal conflict, but a portrayal of female vulnerability under life or death duress. The cave embodies her dire situation and a prison of empathy and declining humanity. Alright. The story is finally and truly over now, indeed.